is in fact ours. What's going on, everybody? I'm Alex Hunter, this is HP Builds, and welcome back to the channel. So if you're returning from last video, I want to thank you because last video of the actual Cleetus and Cars burnout has blown up. We are at like 2,300, 2,400 views or something like that, all within like 36 hours. So I want to thank you guys for that. However, if you guys are returning from that video and did not subscribe, let's fix that problem and click that little button down there, click that like button beside it, and stick around because we have a lot more fun coming with this car if this damage report isn't major. If it's major, well, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, but if it's minor, we've got a lot of fun coming our way. So as you can see, we're home, we've got Elmo, we've got one day outside waiting on me because they need to be cleaned just as much as Lucy here, but Lucy has to have a damage report. So we are going to get the tires swapped over back to the track tires. We're gonna get this thing outside. I've already got the pressure washer hooked up. We're gonna give it a bath, and then we're gonna pull it back in here and truly get down to the nitty gritty of what actually happened. So I looked at the video, you guys couldn't really tell. I didn't really explain it very well. As we were doing the burnout, we were running 62, 6,300 RPMs while we were pinned up against the wall, and it was running fine. As soon as the tires popped and I let out of the gas, well, it did a violent shake and locked the engine. Then after that, it just started dumping steam out of the overflow reservoir, and it actually used almost a gallon of water. I don't know if the gallon of water was all steam or if it's a head gasket and it's in the oil. At 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, it didn't look like it was in the oil. I hope not. But if it's a head gasket, we'll fix that. But we've got to get this thing outside. So without talking a whole lot longer, let's get this thing outside, let's get this thing clean, and let's get in here and get to work, shall we? All right. All right, well, we got Lucy back inside. Took a long time to clean this thing up. Pretty filthy, but I guess it's time we get started. I don't even know where to start. Like I said, we were up there, we lost some water. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, we actually lost more water since I filled it up. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's still a head gasket. I could have poured more than that gallon out and had voids in the cooling system that may have ate that. I hope. So let's see. Oil. Oil is not milky at all. That oil is about as clear as it gets because it's brand new. But we lost more water. All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fill this thing back up. I'm gonna turn this car on and I'm gonna run it till it's full operating temperature on the dash, and then see if we've got steam coming out of the tailpipe, if we're losing water up here. I don't know, that's about the only thing I can think of doing right now. And then once we do that, if we've lost more water, then we know it's a head gasket. If we don't, then I'm gonna pull the plugs out and run a compression test on this thing. Yeah, gonna be a busy day. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys after I get this thing up to operating temperature and get full of water, because that's a little worrisome that we've lost another, another full reservoir. Oh me. All right, well, let's get started. All right, guys, obviously we got the radiator fan running with the AC to lead, but I don't know if you guys can hear that. We have something going on over here that is causing pretty good vibration and a pretty good noise. But we're almost up to operating temperature. Yeah, we're almost up there. I've got the heat running up here. The gallon that I replaced has not gone anywhere, and it is not coming out of the tailpipe. I don't like that noise. This car's always had a little tick. It's got the 4.0 tick, but maybe it's just me. That sounds a little worse than it normally is. I mean, I'm sure you guys can see we got a nice vibration going on. The thing is jumping all over the place, and it's not supposed to do that. So yeah, hopefully we're down one cylinder. We don't have a check engine light though, and that's not enough to be a true interference. I'm going with we might be down a cylinder right now. I don't know. Check back in at full operating temperature when that thermostat opens and does put this coolant in the radiator. All right, guys, so I just got done pulling all the plugs after I let the engine cool down. None of our water has went anywhere, so I'm thinking we just had a void somewhere and we truly lost that much water in steam, because I wiped all this down and this entire section just had so much dried up coolant present that I do believe that we may in fact have lost all that straight out of this overflow. But I did go ahead and pull the plugs, and I tell you, I'm a little worried because every single spark plug has oil residue on it. So right up here at the end of the threads, down in the cylinder, we are actually seeing just oil. Now I've already touched all these. There you go, you can see a little bit there. It's not bad. It's enough to cause concern. Now I will say these spark plugs are fairly new. I mean, I just put these things in not too long ago. I mean, they've only went maybe 4 autocrosses, and you can see there's some extreme heat there, which obviously we know we did some extreme heat, but I don't know. I don't think that we were fouling out a plug or we weren't making a spark on any of these things, but I definitely want to run a compression test just to verify that the engine is okay. Other than that, I don't really know what else to check. I have no check engine light. Spark plugs look to be in decent shape, minus a little oil residue. Coolant isn't going anywhere, so we don't have a head gasket problem. I don't know. I really don't know. After the compression test, whatever that shows, I'm gonna put all 6 of these back in. Then I'm going to, feel the heat on each cylinder on the header, and just verify we actually are making a spark, because this is boggling me. So as of right now, everything's good. Don't really know why it shut off. Check back in after I get the compression numbers on all 6 of these cylinders. All right, compression test is over, and our numbers are not just good, they're great. So 200s, 205s, meaning a 5 PSI spread across there. Pull it up online, that's well within range of being safe. So there's nothing wrong as far as rings go. Oil's good, water's good. The only thing is, look at these spark plugs again. There is 1 or 2 that the gap might not be quite right. The strap itself may have heated up and cooled down and gotten a little tight. That one, for instance, it's very, very tight. So that might be where the vibration was coming from. Still does not explain why the engine turned off. I'm looked online, I can't find anything as far as an overheating kill switch, safe switch that this car has. I haven't found anything like that for these cars. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just not seeing it, but I don't know. As of right now, I'm gonna put these spark plugs back in, I'm gonna pull this thing back outside, get it up to full running temperature again, let it sit, and rev it up a couple times, hold RPM, see if we can get any kind of noises or any kind of vibration. But I'm not putting these spark plugs back in. I'm about to go to the store and get brand new ones because they're cheap and I'm here. So I'm gonna go to the store, I'm gonna come back, put them in, and we'll get this thing fired back up and see if it happens again. If not, no explanation. I just don't have an explanation for this. All right, guys, so sitting here full running in temperature, water circulating like crazy. Nothing seems to be going wrong other than that tick is still here. I think that is the timing chain and tensioners, which is a pretty common problem with these cars. So probably need to do that and change that out before our next race event. But other than that, compression test came back great. Other than 1 spark plug looking like it might have a strap that melted and got a little close. I think we're good there. Oil's good, water's good. I think we're in good shape. So damage report is we don't have any damage. Positive. So now we're gonna get this thing back in the garage. We're gonna turn it off and we're gonna end this video right here. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like. Let's keep this channel growing.